Come on. One more push. You're gonna be done.
Another one to go, baby. Oh
Hi, baby.
You got her okay? You get her one blanket.
Okay. Hi, Lillian.
Congratulations, awesome job.
Congratulations, baby.
I'm just trying her off so she doesn't get cold, okay?
Okay.
What should I call her?
Lillian.
Lillian?
Mm-hmm.
Very pretty. Hi, Lillian. Happy birthday.
Lily.
Okay, so it's me by myself this time. I'm gonna tell you guys about my birth story. So basically last year, 2014, around April, we found out we were gonna have a baby. And I knew from like the very beginning that I wanted to have a natural birth. I actually started planning a home birth because I knew I wanted to have a water birth at home with a midwife, doula, the whole shebang. But my mother was a little nervous about it. Even though I'm an adult, I still respect how my mother feels, and if she's nervous, I wanted to make sure that she was going to be comfortable with receiving her first grandchild. So I opted to have a natural birth in a hospital setting. I started researching, trying to find a hospital in our area that was very baby friendly. If you know what that term means, baby friendly means that they are open to natural birth, they're open to what the mom wants to do, and they let you make your own decisions. Whereas some hospitals will try to change you and make you do this and that and urge you to get an epidural even though you don't need it, because our bodies are amazing and we can have a baby on our own. We don't actually need a hospital, but you know, whatever. I won't get into that whole debate. So we found out we were having a baby and like a couple weeks later I got really sick. So you guys know that we barely made any videos while I was pregnant, and that's because most of the time I had like chronic morning sickness all day long. I was just like constantly nauseous. Every time I ate, I threw up. It was kind of bad. But it doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy being pregnant, because I did. I enjoyed carrying our child around. Come December 6th, this is when it all began. December 6th, Darius went to a concert. One of his friends were performing at a concert. And so I was obviously 9 months pregnant. I was 36 weeks and 7 days at the time. So just about 37 weeks. So I didn't go. I stayed home by myself. And so that night while he was at the concert, my water broke. And I had to call him over and over again to get him to come home so that, you know, we can get to the hospital. When my water broke, I opted to stay home for a while. I stayed home for 2 hours before we actually left, just because if you're familiar at all with how the hormones and everything work in the female body, I don't like hospitals. So if you go somewhere where you're going to be scared or nervous or anything, it can kind of slow down your birthing process, simply because you go into like survival instinct, and you can prolong your labor just because you're nervous, you want to protect your baby. So I stayed home for 2 hours before we went, but I was still really excited. I had called my mom right when my water broke, and her and my stepdad like called me over and over again asking if we had made it to the hospital yet, and I'm like, no, we're still at home. But we finally made it there. They checked me to make sure my water broke. Like, I didn't know that my water broke because it definitely like gushed out like a movie. And we got in our hospital room, got everything set up. I was able to have the mobile IV, so I didn't have to stay in bed the whole time, which is one perk to having a baby-friendly hospital, because they'll let you move around and do whatever you feel you need to do. So me and my mom did some laps around the hospital floor to get labor going, which it did work. And then I relaxed in bed for a little while. I used the birthing ball, so I did some exercises on the birthing ball. Going back, I did not have a doula because just at the time we just didn't have the finances for hiring one, but I had did a lot of research, so I was able to coach myself through it. Not everyone can do that, but I have a strong will. I knew that I wanted a natural birth. I feel like if you set your mind to anything, anything is possible, and I set my mind to what I wanted, and this is how we were going to have our baby. So back to what I was saying, I did some exercises on the birthing ball. When the contractions started getting a little intense, I laid back down in bed. I used some aromatherapy, lavender scent. We did some massages on my feet. And then I kind of rested for a while because she was facing the wrong way. So because she was coming 3 weeks early, like I said, I was 36 weeks, 7 days. By this time, it's the middle of the night, so I was technically 37 weeks by this time. She was facing forward still. So if your baby is facing this way, it can cause you to have back labor, which is really painful because like her bones are scraping against your bones as she's coming out. So my contractions were like a little over the top intense. I don't really know for sure. This is my first baby, obviously, but still, back labor is a little bit more painful than regular labor. But I still didn't opt for any medication. So while I rested, everyone went to sleep. Darius slept through most of the night. As the morning approached, everything started getting a little bit more intense. Because she was facing the wrong way, I labored on my side for a while because different positions can help turn the baby. And she was able to turn on her own. So when all was said and done, when it was time for her to come, I pushed for exactly 7 minutes and Lillian was here. Darius cut the cord, we did skin to skin, and it was a magical experience. So yeah, and now we have this beautiful little baby. And because of my experience, I've decided to start my journey to becoming a birth doula because I want to help other women achieve a natural birth, whether it be in a hospital setting or a home setting or even a birthing center. I just feel like it's such a magical experience, and we as women need to take back this experience and not let the hospitals or doctors or whoever control us. Our bodies were made to do this. We can do this on our own without medication, without help, unless, you know, it's an emergency or anything goes wrong. But we, like, as women, we're made to do this. So I just want to help other women take back this experience and have the kind of experience that they want and what they feel is best for them. So, but even if, you know, if they opt for payments, then there's nothing wrong with that either. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're not strong. You know, sometimes you just need a little help, and that's okay. So, yeah. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I had a workshop for the doula program. I've had one birth so far. I have a new client currently who is opting for a natural birth in the hospital setting, and I'm going to help her achieve her experience. So if you live in the Indianapolis area or anywhere around in the Ohio or Illinois area as well, I'm willing to travel. So if you're looking for a doula, hit me up. So yeah, and that's about it. So if you have any questions, let me know. I can make another video answering anything that I might have missed, or anything you just want to know. So until next time, YouTube.